went up and blessed him. He looked over and saw Israel. Amen. He's from the top of the mountain, so I see him. He said, let my last estate be as his first. Amen. And then the king of Moab got mad and said, man, I hired you to curse him. You just blessed him. Amen. When he saw Israel, how God moved for him, he said, let my last estate be as his first. Isn't that right? So when I leave here, amen, let me be like Israel. Amen. Let God be watching over me and providing for me. Isn't that right? Showing me the way. Amen. Ever been a time mankind ought to turn to God? Amen. It ought to be the day.
That's right.
The day you hear his voice, amen, your heart shouldn't be hardened.
That's right.
Isn't that right? Don't matter, amen, what you got going on in your natural body, what you got going on in your life with kinfolks and friends and jobs and finances and car about to be repossessed or not running right, amen. You got to consider the Lord.
Amen.
Isn't that right? That's the only thing I got today that's sure.
That's right.
Isn't that right? I'm standing. Everybody that's saved and born again ought to be standing on a sure foundation.
Amen.
Isn't that right?
That's right. That's right.
Amen. I thank the Lord. Amen. I can't feel what man will do to me. Anyway, I thank God I feel God.
Amen.
He got power to destroy body, soul. Then he said he can cast me in the heat.
That's right.
Isn't that right? I'm talking about somewhere deeper and hotter than the grave.
That's right.
Amen. I thank God I'm alive today.
Amen. God.
Amen. While I'm alive, I want to call on his name. That's
right. Amen.
Amen. I want to call on God for trouble get here.
That's right.
So when trouble come, he'll say, that's a faithful servant.
That's right.
Isn't that right? It's a bad thing to wait to call on God in the day of trouble.
That's right.
Amen. I want to call on him in the good time.
Amen.
When everything going easy, my bills caught up, I want to be able to say Jesus.
That's right.
Isn't that right? When I called on him, he said he called on my name when everything was all right.
That's right.
He'll answer prayer.
That's right.
Amen. Thank God for that gospel. It'll confirm the church you got a mind to be saved.
Amen.
Isn't that right? While I'm talking, give me the 27th division of Psalm at verse 1. I'm going to give me the 49th division of Psalm at verse 1 and hold that for me. Y'all all right tonight? Amen. I feel all right. Isn't that right? Got more than what I need. Isn't that right? Got more than what I need. And thank God I got a whole lot of what I want. Can't happen there. And most of all, I'm saved. Amen. That pay for everything. Amen. What I don't have, what I need and I like to and could still use. Amen. I'm saved. Amen. Take precedence over all of that.
That's right.
By the time people go to pray and start to ask God for things and say, Lord, I need. I gave you what you needed more than anything. I gave you the Holy Ghost.
Amen.
If you don't have that, you're going to always want, you're going to always desire, and you're going to never be satisfied. That's
right.
That's why you got to get in God and stay there.
Amen.
Isn't that right? Listen to the book. This is the 27th vision of Psalm, beginning at verse 1. Amen. Listen to the book.
The Lord is my light.
Thank God for the truth. Bible told to walk in the light. Is he in the light? He said, the Lord is my light. What you walking in? Isn't there a whole lot of folks say walking in the light? But is the Lord your light? Listen to the book.
The Lord is my light.
The Lord is my light.
And my salvation.
He said, whatsoever make manifest is light. The Lord make things manifest. How? Through the word.
That's right.
Through the word, through the preaching of the gospel, through God anointed preacher that he has allowed and enabled to preach the gospel, amen, he manifests me how I ought to live. Whole lot of people are living and doing things by their own imagination. It don't go along with the word.
That's right.
But David said, the Lord is my light.
And my salvation.
Not only that, he delivers me. See, people don't know what they say when you say you're saved. That's right. When you're saying you're saved, you're talking about the shortened word of salvation.
That's right.
When a person saying they are saved, you're saying you've been delivered now.
That's right.
You can't be delivered and still be in distress.
That's right.
Isn't that right? You can't still have a portion of the old man working when you saying you're saved.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
If I've been delivered from a drowning situation, I'm in the safety zone.
That's right.
I ain't still sitting down gulping no water.
That's right.
He said, but the Lord is my light and my salvation.
Amen.
He saved me. The Bible began to teach us by his own will begot he us. One about anything we did, his own will. God looked down before he made us, already knowed us, predestinated us, before you ever formed in the womb and say, you know what? When you get him, I'm going to save you. A lot of times being in the flesh is easy to look at things in life that you don't have, the things you feel like you need or would like to possess, and start to feel like maybe you've been forgotten. But when the Lord has already saw fit to allow you to be able to indulge in the word, and when what you hear, you're able to operate in. There are people that the Lord allows to hear the word, but they can't operate with what they hear. There's a whole lot of people. If I had $1 million, if I gave you $1 million, you'll be in more debt than what you had before you got the $1 million. So that's not a good thing. It's when you can receive something and get into a better state. That's why he said, he's not only one that manifests things to me, but he's my salvation. Through what he manifests, through what he allows me to hear and allows me to operate in, it saved me.
Amen.
How many people can say that? There are a lot of people hearing the word and they're getting no results. Why? Because they're not able to achieve, they're not able to operate in what they hear.
That's right.
I told this church numerous of times, there are people that he predestined to hear the word just to be lost. But that's not David's testimony. When you say that you are saved and he has allowed you to be able to do something that other people desiring to see, desiring to hear, desire to indulge it to, but can't, then you ought to have better actions in your behavior. That's right. When it come down to giving God the prayer, when it come down to say, if I'm going to sing a song, I'm going to give it all I got. Lord, no, I gave it all I can give it, Lord. Isn't that right? I ain't going to give God slack, not when he saved me.
That's right.
Now, there are people that got a whole lot better singing voice, a whole lot more activity when they sing in it, but they don't have salvation.
That's true.
They can testify the Lord their life, but they can't say he their salvation. And some that'll testify he their life, their salvation, they ain't a thing but a liar. Isn't that right? But David said, he is my life and my salvation.
Amen.
Listen to the book.
Whom shall I fear?
That's tight. You know what happened? It's tight. What do you look at me tell me whom should I fear? Consideration had to be made. A lot of times when people testify and say things, they don't consider. Lord, if you came and, Lord, if you saw fit, I lose everything I got. Lord, I'm going to still serve you anyhow. And they hadn't sat down and did it. The Bible began to talk the book of Luke. They hadn't counted the cost. At the moment, it sounded like a good testimony, feel pretty good. So therefore, they'll put things out. But people like David and people like Paul, when these folks testify to things, we're talking about nothing shall separate. These men consider things. These men have been through different events, which allowed them to know these things didn't move me. Now I'm to a point, I've achieved maturity where I can say, nothing shall separate me. When he began to say, whom shall I fear? David was a man of war. I already fought battles.
That's right.
David didn't say this as boy David. He said it as King David after he had already defeated Goliath. A man that everybody else feared. A man he had been battling. In every fight he had ever fought, he was known. Even when Saul began to go out to tell himself, began to talk to boy David about going out, he talked about this man been a warrior said from his youth.
That's right.
When he got ready to send David out, David was able as anybody when you get to hire on a job and they were going to have to hire that man to go out and fight Goliath. What's the qualification? He said, thy servant kept thy father's sheep. What happened, David? So came a bear on the line.
Right. That's right.
What did he do, David? Took one of the sheep. What you do, David? So I smoked the bear and I killed the lion. What you gonna do to Goliath? I'm gonna kill that uncircumcised giant too.
That's right.
You know why David knew he was gonna be victorious? He was gonna be victorious in fight. He had defied the living God, the one is his light, the one that gives salvation. So I know the fight not just gonna be my fight. I got somebody gonna be fighting with me. It makes a difference when you choose your battle, and when you choose your battle, it's a fight that the Lord can intervene in. Some people choose battle that the Lord don't fight with them. But he said this man had defied the living God. He had defied Israel. He talked against him, so I know I'll be able to slay him with God's help. So therefore, when David went out to fight him, Saul began to say, okay, the Lord be with you. Said, before we sing, he said, we need to give you your uniform. With this job, we require certain uniform be worn. Therefore, they began to put him on all of the armor that the other soldiers used. So David, being a man, having enough understanding, even as a child, the same uniform you gave me, the same uniform everybody else had on that lost against him.
That's right.
So when David got ready to go out, David said, I tell you what, I hadn't yet proved this.
That's right.
See, there are a lot of things people will try to offer you. People will try to give you to use when you're talking about serving God and you're talking about going out and fighting these spiritual warfare, but they haven't been proved.
Amen.
Isn't that right? A sword, a helmet, and a vest plate, all these things can be good, but David said, for the fight that I'm going to fight and the God I serve, this hadn't been proved. See, I got something that stood the test of time. I got something here before the world began. I got the word.
Amen.
Therefore, when he went out, it wasn't so much the slingshot that killed Saul. It wasn't the smooth stone. It was the God that he used. It was the information he had about that God, how he knew he was a battle axe. Right. So therefore, it makes a difference when you go back to look at the 27th verse of the song. He's saying, the Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. And
Of whom the Lord is my light and my salvation.
Was my light or is?